when I was about 13 or 14. My brother got a 750 Norton Commando, and that was the first big bike that I ever went on the back of. He took me out on it one day and it just blew me away. The sound, the power, and yeah, being of that age, was, impressionable. I was already into bikes anyway. My name's Rob Glenton, and this is my 1975 Norton Commando. I grew up in the north of the UK, in Yorkshire, and I think I was lucky because it was a golden era for motorcycles. I think it was a boom time, and it was a fantastic scene, and there was something happening every weekend. There was a show, custom shows, rallies, just bike events, and the UK, despite the weather, was a great place to be in that scene at that time. And I didn't want to buy a really nice period Norton Commando and then pull it apart. Probably not financially the best thing to do, because you're taking a classic bike that's worth quite a lot of money, and you're probably devaluing it if you mess it around. So I waited until one came up that was like a basket case, and this one really wasn't a basket case, but it wasn't running. Unfortunately, the owner had died, and his daughter had inherited the bike, and her and her husband had intended to rebuild it. So I got it. Well, they couldn't do it. They couldn't finish it. They wanted to sell it. So I got the bike. It was partly in pieces, a lot of parts missing because he'd sent bits off for chroming and that, which never came back. And that was ideal. So I didn't have to ruin a classic, if you like. And so that was the donor bike, and I haven't chopped it up. It looks the same as a stock Commando if you don't, until you start looking at it. It's not like I've chopped the frame up or anything, but I've done quite a lot of minor alterations, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a paint that popped. Rather than having covered in chrome. As you can see, there's not a lot of chrome on the bike. The paint is really the only sort of bling part of it. And Commandos, I like metal flake anyway, but the 70s Commandos, a lot of them did come out in metal flake originally. They were quite, for their time, they were quite different. They had quite a lot of wild colours. One of them was like a purple. There was blue and orange, and they had a real heavy metal flake. So I thought, right, I want a metal flake, but I want something a bit different. So I decided on yellow, and to sort of offset that, that's why I didn't want a black frame. I wanted something different. So the frame's like a flat grey, so that makes the paint pop even more, I think. The Norton Commando, as I said, I think it's only my opinion, but it's probably one of the best motorcycles that the British ever made, because it was quite refined. So you've got a nice, powerful, and very torquey and very punchy twin cylinder bike. So it's got a nice sound, and it's got lots of instant power. And for its age, it's still not slow. When these came out I read a test once on a late Commando 850, and it still did 0 to 100 miles an hour, so that's 160 kilometers an hour, in just over 4 seconds. So they're no slouch, even by today's standard. But the big thing with them, the big innovation at the time, and it's still great now, is the isoelastically mounted the engine. So you've got a rubber mounted engine. So the big problem with a lot of British twins is vibration. They used to shake themselves to pieces. They would rattle the teeth out of your head. But these things, a tick over here, you'll see it shakes a lot. But once you're on the open road and you're going at a cruising speed of say 70 or 80, even higher mile an hour, there's no vibration at all. It's like riding on a cloud. They're smooth. So you've got the benefit of like a Japanese 4, if you like, with no vibration, but you've still got that nice torquey and punchy twin cylinder bike.